Hi, and welcome back to Shrink by Quint, where each week we dive into the complexities of psychotherapy, dispelling myths and leveraging the latest research to explore a wide array of mental health topics. And my goal is to empower you with knowledge and insights that nurture a healthier, happier life, because after all, your health truly is your wealth. Now, this week I'd like to look at anger. Anger can manifest in complex ways, often serving as a mask for deeper feelings like fear, vulnerability, or sadness. It can be a force that disrupts our lives, or it can be channeled constructively when understood. So how else can we interpret and understand anger beyond its initial intensity? And what are the most effective strategies to manage it and transform it into something healthier and more constructive? Let's explore these questions together. For starters, anger has long been a puzzle for psychologists. It raises interesting questions. Is anger an emotion, a feeling, or something else entirely? And while we might use those terms interchangeably, understanding the difference is crucial. Anger isn't always what it seems. It isn't just a heated response to an external trigger. Sometimes it's a disguise, a mask that covers deeper vulnerabilities like fear, shame, or loneliness. Anger often feels justified, an indignant response to someone else's wrongdoing, but framing anger as merely reactionary overlooks its many layers. Researchers now classify it in fascinating ways as a secondary emotion, a full contact reaction, or an action-driven feeling. It's not just a personal struggle, but a universal thread woven into human experience, crossing cultures and histories. Yet there is a dark side. Anger can turn ugly, leading to violence, sometimes directed at others and sometimes inward, manifesting as self-destructive behaviors. And this leads to a crucial question. How do we prevent anger from spiraling into harm? One answer lies in building a deeper understanding of its roots. Anger can't just be dismissed as a bad habit. It's a complex emotion that requires thoughtful strategies for management. To understand anger, we must dig into what fuels it. Fear, grief, injustice, and isolation are just a few common roots. But anger is subjective. What sets one person off might leave another unfazed. Psychologists call this the pre-anger state, a kind of emotional readiness. Are you hungry? Sleep deprived? Anxious? These factors can tip the scale, making you more likely to react explosively. It's why a small annoyance, like a driver failing to use a turn signal, might provoke a shrug one day, but trigger road rage the next. Our response to anger-inducing situations involves two mental processes, primary and secondary appraisals. First, we assess whether an event is good, bad, or blameworthy, the primary appraisal. Then we judge how intensely we should react, the secondary appraisal. And together, these appraisals dictate whether we experience mild irritation or all-consuming fury. When anger takes over, our fight-flight system kicks in. The brain floods the body with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, shutting down rational thinking and leading to the infamous red mist that clouds our judgment. Unchecked anger can have devastating effects, from verbal and physical violence to self-harm. The pandemic only worsened these issues, especially among young people. The need for better emotional literacy is more urgent than ever. But when surveyed, many people could name only 3 emotions: happy, sad, and angry. And it's this limited vocabulary which points to a worrying lack of self-awareness that leaves people ill-equipped to manage intense feelings. Anger has become an undeniable presence in today's world, visible in everything from domestic abuse to public outbursts. Kids are especially vulnerable. Aggression in schools often correlates with deeper issues, from mental health struggles to experiences with the criminal justice system. The ghost children phenomenon, students who disengaged from education during the pandemic, only highlights this crisis. So what can we do? Therapies like cognitive behavioral therapy are effective for anger management, helping people understand their triggers and learn healthier ways to respond. Mindfulness, Problem-solving skills, regular exercise, and cutting back on alcohol can also help. Addressing anger isn't just about techniques. It requires a cultural shift towards prioritizing emotional education. Understanding anger is the first step to managing it. By exploring its roots and building emotional awareness, we can transform our relationship with this powerful emotion. Emotional education, especially for the young, has never been more vital. By building awareness, we empower people to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, paving the way for a less angry and more emotionally literate world. Thank you for joining me today on Shrink by Quint. And if you found this episode helpful, please subscribe, share it with others, or leave a review. Your feedback helps me continue to provide what I hope is valuable content to support your mental health journey. Remember, your health is your wealth. Until next time, take care.